stands in the stands above the crowds in the stands. Make it loud above the clouds in his own devious hands. The people chant what they need, proceed in advance. Fallen leaves in a trance, and the withers of Phrygian breezes will dance. Gathered in mass, the ecstatic, ionical art. The eruption, the surge of coils ready to start. Thunderous rumbles to make the walls crumble. Waves above uproar, leaving others in trouble. On the deep end, you descend, mentality bend. Euphorically dead by sunrise a week's end. I'm coming at midnight, onslaught at the eye of the storm. The pinnacle of events presents risen tides of the swarm. The fabrics of war disastrous and desolate tatters. Decimation of desperate matters, deciphered data with patterns. Above the crowds, above the clouds. Above the clouds, above the crowds. Above the crowds, above the clouds. Above the clouds is more power than any mortal here's God. Over earshot, hold his spear, gun near sod. What's up, witch doctor? What's the good word of the prognosis? Heavy on the bumper, stop from a boot bap overdosage. Overexposed to high voltage in a major way. Menace the clouds coming to town, it's gonna rain today. The weatherman's going insane, umbrellas over his brain. Life's about to go off the rails like a ghost train. Word to cumulonimbus, thunderheads with heavy breezes. Busting levees, rocking steady, the heads with detrimental diseases to each his own. Lightning strikes twice, damn right, the spot has been blown. What in the world is going on? I think there's too much napping to know. The boom bap and the cool cat who just so happen to flow. Plug him in and let him go. Blasting static pulse per mile. Electric tension, shell shock while shifting in with a 6-cylinder style. Above the crowds, above the clouds. Above the clouds, above the crowds. Above the crowds, above the clouds. Above the clouds. Picking it up where we left off in the same spot. Funk Doc dropped his blunt. Space cowboy with your bebop. Faded but you can't stop the funk. Half step into the immortal weapon. Don't test the skills. Your 9 lives times 9 times you 10 to endless kills. Headless with the freshness, with a check this feel. The weaver blade that sings, lightning folded into the steel. Appeal to the masses, rip the engines and still trigger. Concrete evidence the cat can still kill without the trigger. And drop the god's hammer. I reel the long mic cord, just up the old speaker. The boombox did get hyped for. A thump so powerful to punch a hole in the drywall. With a boom so bad that it crack a whack cat's glass oddball from the capital cityscape. Skybound and beyond. Be still protocol 9 from the cloud that he's on. This is the moment to seize the feeling they can't fight back. He can see the clouds in his dreams in the same way it's like that above the crowds. Above the crowds, above the clouds. Above the clouds, above the clouds. Above the clouds, above the crowds.